Right then, Fit Fam, let's get going. So we're going to talk about, let's get this up and ready and we'll start chatting. So in today's live, we're going to talk about the all or nothing approach and why it doesn't work. And it's really good timing for this topic because there's lots of people getting back on it after lockdown, getting focused, and there's already a lot of chat on what people are going to do to get in shape. And I want to share with you the best way in terms of longevity. So the formula that Smile Fitness uses, it's going to be the same forever, and it's all about the three-step process. We want you to be doing 3 workouts a week. We want you to track your food every day, 100% of the time, even when you have pizzas and beers, and you need to be hitting as close to 10,000 steps as possible or achieving 70 a week. So if your steps are a little bit low during the weekday, you can use the weekends. Now, this formula is based on years upon years of trial and error. We've tried 1 session a week, we've tried 2 a week, 3 a week, 4, 5, 6. We've tried no steps, no tracking, push and control. We've tried everything, different diets, different systems. This is the minimum standard you need to get in shape. You do not need to do any more. And the workouts are 40 minutes long as well. Nice and short if you're super busy. So this is a sustainable way of doing it. The 3-step formula, it can be done for a super busy people. We've got clients that travel internationally for their job and they can still make it happen. So I know no matter how busy you are, whatever excuses you've got, you can make this happen. And it's sustainable, like I said. A bad idea, and I've been hearing a lot about this week, is signing up to boot camp, getting your steps in, tracking your food, and then I've also joined Couch to 5K. I'm going to squeeze in some extra home workouts. I'm cutting out the booze, no bread, no chocolate. And then also, well, I'm not going to have takeaways at the weekend. So knowing full well the family's going to be ordering a Chinese or a pizza and you're going to have to miss out. This is what I see as a really terrible idea. You're trying to do too much for a quick result. And it's not sustainable 100%. There's no way, and I've tried this, you can do all of these things and see it off in the long term. And the problem I have with that is the quicker you lose the weight, the quicker you pile it back on. Meaning that if you found a system that's helped you lose 1 to 2 stone really, really quickly, you're like, oh my God, I lost that so fast. Whatever method that helped you get there, you cannot sustain in the long term. So what is the point in, say, starving yourself, exercising every day, whatever this said thing, this fad diet going to be, for you then to pile it back on as soon as you stop doing this? And that's if you last it. So I've tried going on the paleo diet where it was 1 sweet potato a day, basically a really low carb diet. And I lasted 3 weeks. So yeah, I lost a little bit of weight, but actually didn't really get anywhere because I couldn't sustain it. And that's just one example. And that's nowhere near as extreme as what some people have been telling me. But I understand why. You want to lose the weight quickly. You don't feel very good. You feel like crap. Your clothing's not fitting. Maybe you're at the brink of buying the next size up, and that's why you've decided to take action. Maybe it's getting you down. It could be affecting even your relationship at home. You know, if you're feeling down in the dumps, you're upset, depressed, whatever, low mood and energy, that's going to have a knock-on effect on all relationships, professional and at home as well. It can affect your health and obviously self-esteem. So I understand, I get it, why you want to lose the weight quickly. But the thing is, choosing those methods are going to hold you back in the long run. And that's the whole point of today. It's basically trying to do this is basically setting you up for failure, okay? Literally, some people know it or don't, or they're in denial, or they're not thinking it through because they're so desperate to lose weight, but you're setting yourself up for failure. And it makes me quite sad when, if you go back to the 3-step process, it's a lot more manageable. You can enjoy life, enjoy takeaways. You know, you don't have to exercise every day, get your steps in. It's really manageable and you can do it for the rest of your life. It's a very good way of doing it. Now, what I don't like about fad diets or doing too much too soon is it does create bad relationships with you getting in shape. And then people stop believing, and this is the big one, that they can't get in shape. So for example, People have bad relationships with food because they've been on a diet where a particular food is demonized. Let's say pizza. Pizza is bad. It's a sin. It's something terrible, as is cake, as is pasta, bread, whatever diet you've been on, and it's demonized this thing. You must cut this thing out to get in shape. Or, I've read again about with a paleo solution that I think it was gluten was like poison ivy of the body, and it poisons the body and it causes inflammation and cancers and disease and all that. And at the time when I was reading this book, I was like, oh my God, gluten is the devil. So I was associating with gluten as the devil. Do you know what I mean? So, but you can apply that to anything. Exercise. You might hate exercise, you might not like it anyway, but then you've gone and done it 5, 6, 7 days a week. Oh, we've got Sally Hopewell coming into the group. So hello, Sally, how you doing? I'm going to keep cracking on. So, for example, you might have a bad relationship with exercise. If you've been exercising, say, 5, 6, 7 days a week, and then all of a sudden you're not getting these results you want, you're going to hate exercise even more. And we don't want you to have a bad relationship with exercise. Your body image, again, if your weight is going up and down, you never feel good with your clothes off on holiday, you don't feel good in the clothes you're in, your body image isn't going to be good. And that's going to ruin your relationship with you, and you are the most important thing that needs to be happy and to thrive. Your motivation in life, in exercise, in anything, it will affect if you try and do the all or nothing approach. And the thing that I mentioned right at the start of this is believing that you can do it. The problem that I see with a lot of clients that join our program, they'll see the 3-step process presented to them, or it could be another method that we've thought of that we know that works, and they won't really believe it will actually happen. And the thing is, because they've seen or had so many failures in the past by trying other systems that don't work, they don't give it 100%, which then leads them to failure on this particular program perhaps. But the thing is, I can categorically say, if you're consistent with the 3-step process, it 100% works 100% of the time. The only time it won't work for you is if you have a health issue, and if you had a health issue, you would know about it. It 100% works. So if you are watching this video after having tried lots of things that have failed you, put everything into this, trust the process, work with your coach, engage with your coach, and I'll guarantee it will work for you. And that's really important for me to tell you this, because I want you to succeed. That's really important. Okay, let's move on. So again, when you try and do a fad diet, a quick fix or whatever, it's like a vicious cycle, right? You're stuck in a rut. You're never really achieving your goals, because again, if you're doing something that's super, super intense and it's not manageable, you're going to get to a point where you end up quitting. So you don't actually get to the end result. So it's about the rabbit and the hare type thing, or the tortoise and the hare, or whatever. The tortoise will go slow and steady and will get there in the end, and the hare will sprint up, get so far, and then be out of puff and stop. And that's what a quick fix is. And a lot of people that I meet get in a yo-yo dieting trap. So they'll try this, they'll lose a load of weight, pile it back on, weight back on, up and down. And that's an absolute nightmare. And also, when we go on these fad diets, we don't actually learn anything. Like, I could easily go, right, here's a sheet of paper, follow this meal plan. What have you learned about nutrition? Have you learned about how many calories in? Can you make informed decisions about food and your health and things like that? No. So 9 times out of 10, when we do these diets, we either learn crap information, like I thought that gluten was the devil, or we don't learn anything at all. And I think that when you educate yourself and you know exactly what you need to do to get in shape, 1, you're empowered because you can get in shape. But number 2, you've got all the tools you need to do it. And you can actually believe that it works because you understand why each process is in place. Once you believe it works and you believe and understand the process, you can then give it 100% because you know you'll get 100% back. And now I feel that's really, really important. Stuck in a rut, so you can be exactly the same years later. I know so many people, again, frustratingly, that go on these bad diets or do the all or nothing approach, sometimes on the program, and you look at them 12 months, 2 years, 3, 4 years later, and they're in exactly the same places before. Whereas all along, if you just followed the simple process and stuck to it consistently, you get there in the end. So the all or nothing approach has a 100% fail rate. I don't know anyone 100% don't know anyone that's done something faddy and that's lasted in the long term. And at the end of the day, what is the point? It's all about a lifestyle change. And again, boring you about the 3-step process, but I want this drilled into your head. You could be the most busiest person in the world. You can fit in 3 40-minute workouts. It takes 5 minutes a day to track your food, even if you cook from scratch, no excuses. And your steps, that can be more challenging, but again, you can find ways to get it done. I know lots of people that get up in the morning and they'll get their steps done before they even start the day. When there is a will, there is a way. If you want to get in shape bad enough, you will make it happen. So yes, going back to the formula, I've said it 1,000 times. So very briefly, if you're new to the program, you want to be doing 3 sessions a week, track your food, do your steps. It's as simple as that. And I like this little saying here. Oh, let's see if we can remove that down. So it's better to go slower in the right direction than to go fast in the wrong direction. And it's so damn true. If the process is not sustainable, it's going to be short-lived. And that's basically the message of today. So hopefully, if you've just joined the program or you're getting back into it and you're thinking, right, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do the other, hopefully this has actually got you to reflect and thought about it. And if you stick to the basics, and the main key thing is to be consistent. Don't just not track because you've had a stressful day or because the boss is being an idiot or because something's going to come up. Something is always going to come up. Life is going to always be stressful. It will be work, it will be home, it will be family, it will be both, it will be whatever. Not to be negative, to be real, that's life. But you can't let life get in the way of your results and tracking, because you live and breathe. You're going to live anyway. Stuff's always going to happen. So don't use any excuses to stop you from getting in shape, because none of them, unless it's life threatening, is something that you should be focusing on. You should just get the job done. And now we lead to question and answers, and we have a massive audience of Sally. So Sally, I've asked to unmute you. I can't see you, but that's all good. And we'll have a chat. Asked to unmute. Hello, Sally. How you doing? Oh, my volume is down. Speak again, Sally.
Am I the only one here?
Yes. I thought it'd be a quiet one for the first one. No, it's all good. It's all good. These are all going to be uploaded to the members' website. So it'd be really nice to have like a catalogue of useful videos to refer back to and things like that. So do you have any questions relating to this topic or any other topic?
I don't think I do. I was just tuning in just to see what you were saying.
Oh, okay. All stuff that you know anyway, that I probably preach about quite often anyway, don't I? So that's all good.
It definitely works though, because I was a bit sort of, I'll do 5,000 or 6,000 steps a day, and then if I didn't do them, it was like, it doesn't matter, I'll just start again tomorrow. And then since the beginning of March, I've done it religiously. I think I've told you this a few times. 10,000 steps. I've just been out again just now, just to do my steps. I've just done a little route around the village that does about 3,000 or 4,000 steps. So I've done my steps and I've tracked everything. And even today, I've just been out with my friends, and I had it was a really difficult menu. It was a pudding place, and they're having pancakes and brownies and everything. And I just didn't want it. I needed something to eat, so I had a bacon sandwich on sourdough bread. But I've still tracked it.
Oh, that's good. That's really good.
It's I made a good choice, so
yeah,
I'm on it at the moment.
Still got to see your friends and things like that. So that's really good. I was listening to a podcast that a couple of days ago, and it was always it was talking about you're not sacrificing when you're doing these things. Like you couldn't have the pudding or whatever. You're making an investment into your future, and I quite like that. It's a little bit cheesy, I get that, but I could see what he was trying to say. Stop seeing it as, oh, well, I can't have the ice cream today, and all my mates are having it, or whatever. It's almost like, no, actually, if I do this, I'm going to be happy with, my health, fitness, shape, or some people like to be able to go shopping and buy this clothes size they want, or go on holiday and feel confident. And it's investing in the future. And I think where a lot of the population struggle is delayed gratification. So, because we want to see it now, don't we? And again, I think
yeah,
goes back to the all or nothing thing. We want to do 5 workouts a week, cut all the food out, no booze, loads of steps, whatever, and you want to see instant results. But the problem with that is, as soon as you stop doing that, it's very easy to go back in the other direction.
Absolutely, yeah.
Cool. Okay, well, thank you very much for
You're welcome. Nice to see you.
And Andrew, I will be back same time next week with a different topic, and it's always based on things that crop up. So, like, you know, if the same person says the same kind of thing, I'm like, right, this is present in people's minds, let's focus on this as a topic. So, and then obviously if you've got any questions and answers about your own journey, you can, you know, log in and ask some questions as well. Are you still there, Sally?
I muted myself. I'm
that's
nodding.
fine.
I'm nodding and saying yeah.
Oh, I can't see you. All right. Well, Sally, thank you very much. You've
Thank
been
you.
a lovely audience, and I shall see you another time.
See you soon. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.